when I was Tony Burke's Chief of Staff, my PA would come and bring me, you know, glasses of water or cups of tea or whatever it was, and I'd look at my schedule and I think I don't have time for a toilet break. Seriously, like that. This week, a dream of mine came true. Had been waiting for it for a couple of decades, as I mentioned. The House of Representatives in Parliament finally passed a bill to give us a price on carbon. And I know that if I and the many thousands of others around the world and in Australia had given up on that dream, it wouldn't have happened. I never dreamed I would hold the jobs that I've held. I never imagined that I would be good enough to do that. It's always surprised me every time I've got one of them. Me? Really? Oh, cool. I've underestimated the power of my combined passion and commitment and adequate intellect. I was first a Chief of Staff about 10 years ago in South Australia to a minister who I'm actually very proud to be able to say will be the Premier of South Australia in a few days. And when I took on that role, I had a chat to my mum. I said, you know, this is a great opportunity, but how am I not going to become one of those people who makes a whole lot of compromises that when I reflect on it, I'm not going to be able to live with myself? She didn't seem very worried, which I thought was a bit weird. And she said, that's easy, it's just your motivation. Every time you're thinking about what path to take, check on your motivation. Make sure that the reason that you're making any given decision is because that you are sure that that pathway is the best pathway to deliver better, happier, fairer lives for people. That advice has held me in very, very, very good stead, and it's something that I've reflected on daily, and the choices that I've made have always gone back. And the advice that I've given as a political staffer has often been that advice to my ministers. What choice are we making? Let's put aside everything else. Everything else is secondary. There's an overlay of political decision-making that needs to be put on top of that. But first and foremost, what's the outcome here? Always back to first principles. And then, you know, does this decision mean that my minister will still be able to be effective and useful, or my organisation will still be able to do everything that it needs to do?